Hi, this is Fred Razak, financial contributor for YWO, and we're looking at the week ahead from March 2nd to March 6th of 2026. So looking at the market breakdown, big news in the Middle East, war has officially broken out. But before we get into that, let's break it down. Starting out with the Forex symbols, last week we saw the major pairs just settle with lower volume and lower volatility. But that will all change with what's happening in the Middle East. We're going to look and see which specific symbols are going to be changed the most, but sure enough, the US denominator will be, because they are most related to the conflict. Now looking at the indices, the Dow Jones and the Nasdaq sold off aggressively on Friday. Now the question is which way is it going to go? Yes, it's going to go lower. In a time of conflict and a time of war, usually the markets do sell off. Now looking at commodities. Now the two major commodities to focus on are energy commodities and metals. Both categories are tremendously affected both by that region and both geopolitically. So which one specifically? Oil, natural gas, which is exported from Iran and through the Strait of Hormuz, not just Iran, but also considering Bahrain, Qatar, UAE, and Saudi Arabia, all tangled up with this conflict. So it's sure to affect the price of oil moving forward. However, on the eastern coast, remember, the US already took in care of Venezuela, so that might bring some stability to the other side of the world. Now still, this is something that's going to be unfolding. Now looking at metals, in a time of crisis, gold generally goes higher, and precious metals already pivoted higher towards the end of the week, so that's something to look into as well. Now lastly, let's take a look at cryptocurrencies. Now they did also, like the Forex symbols, they were trading on lighter volume, lighter volatility, and most of them were just tapering off. The question is, are they going to bounce this week in the light of the situation? Now looking at the upcoming major economic events of this week. So we start out the week on Monday, March 2nd from the United States. We have an ISM manufacturing PMI number coming out. Then on Tuesday, March 3rd from Japan, we have the Bank of Japan, Ueda, Governor Ueda will be speaking, and from Great Britain we'll have an annual budget release number coming out. Now on Wednesday, March 4th from the United States, we have an ISM services PMI number coming out, and lastly, March 5th from the United States, we have a non-farm payroll, big non-farm payroll coming out. In light of the situation, it should be kind of interesting how these numbers are going to actually play out. Now looking at the situation, so as I mentioned in the intro, a couple of things. Yes, gold and oil will be directly affected by the markets of what's going on in the conflict in the Middle East. And also the US stocks are going to be affected as well, as they have tremendous exposure for the US being entangled in this war. Now this war could last a week, 10 weeks, who knows? And that's really the unpredictability of the market. In such a situation, markets don't like unpredictability. And because of that, you're going to see some sell-off. The question is how much and how fast and how furious. However, with that all said, this creates tremendous opportunities, both on the downside, and believe it or not, there will be short squeezes that will bring us to some kind of rallies at some point as things taper down and as things are digested in the market. So looking ahead, we're going to look to see which specific stocks are going to be doing well and which ones are going to be weak. However, volatility is for sure going to be there, so just trade wisely. Make sure that you're taking into consideration, as we're in this market, to book your profits quickly, because they can change on a dime. And so money management is a tremendous skill in this type of environment. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading week ahead. Thank you.